Sacramento's sports leader. Want to remind you that after D'Lo and KC at 4:30, coverage of Game 5 of the NBA Finals begins right here on ESPN 1320. That is Sacramento's sports leader. We're talking NBA. We're talking NBA trades. This Desmond Bane stuff. I'm talking a lot about this, and who would you trade this Desmond? Would you make this Desmond Bane trade for anyone available? Like our guy Will Z. You mentioned, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo. We talked about Darius Garland. Our guy Will Z says after thinking about it, I would give up that type of package, 4 first-round picks and a swap plus filler for Trey Murphy.
No.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we've been on. The other angle I want to take on this is the De'Aaron Fox aspect of this. Immediately came up on the Kings portion of the internet. Because, man, when you look at KCP, Cole Anthony, 4 firsts and a pick swap, in relation to what the Kings got for De'Aaron Fox, this to me, and you have been saying this since the deal got made, why did you not wait till the summer? And maybe because De'Aaron Fox said, I want to go to San Antonio, I'll only go to San Antonio, only sign with San Antonio. If you made that clear, maybe you still, even in the summer, that's the package that San Antonio is going to put on the table. And if it is, okay, then it's Scott Perry's decision to make on what he wants to do. But the other reason you wait is I'm not sure if San Antonio in their current position with the number 2 and number 14 picks, with Stephon Castle having developed the way he did and winning Rookie of the Year, having a Kevin Durant trade on the table, potentially having a Giannis Antetokounmpo on trade on the table, I don't know that they would want to trade for De'Aaron Fox. And if San Antonio says we don't want to trade for that guy, maybe now it opens doors to you having a bidding war where now you are getting something closer to what the Grizzlies got for Desmond Bane.
Okay, I'll just turn exactly what you said on its head. What if you didn't trade De'Aaron Fox there, and then this summer they decide they do still want De'Aaron Fox, but now they've got the number 2 pick and the number 14 pick and the Rookie of the Year that they could offer up to get De'Aaron Fox from you.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have your future pick swap, and they have these other picks. And Desmond Bane just set the market at 4 first round picks and a pick swap.
Sure.
So why, it's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you should have just allowed this team to play out. Yes. And understood that the guys that are making the decisions are not going to be ones making the decisions this summer.
Right.
And if you thought that they could save this season straight up by trading De'Aaron Fox for Zach LaVine, then you don't watch enough basketball. Just straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you thought that was going to be the answer, okay. Like, maybe someone convinced somebody that Malik Monk was going to be an all-star point guard and pairing him next to Zach LaVine would work. Okay. Wow. But the NBA is not built in a 2K,
sure,
trade machine. That's just not the way it goes. And again, all of these pieces that the Kings have, they're not bad individual players. They're actually really good individual players. Mm-hmm. We talk all the time about 2-time All-Star Zach LaVine. I got to be honest, Zach LaVine, you put Zach LaVine at 30 and Desmond Bane at 27 side by side. Mm-hmm. You say, which player would you prefer? The numbers say Zach LaVine.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. But that doesn't change the fact that that's not the way basketball works.
Sure.
It's about fit. It's about complementary pieces. It's about finding talent that has room to grow, or exactly what Orlando just did. They found a player they believe fits what they're doing 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The age arc, everything else, it works.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with that deal.
But I understand that maybe San Antonio still goes, hey, we're not bidding against anybody. Here's your offer.
Yeah.
This is what we're willing to do. And maybe that's where this winds up. But we just laid out a bunch of options that would have been available just by waiting until June.
Well, not only that,
that weren't available in February.
Let me just add the other thing. If San Antonio is not available and San Antonio doesn't want to play the game, And that means that Fox has to make himself available for other teams if he wants to leave.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
So that's where you would have been like, okay, what other team? Like San Antonio just pulled themselves off the board.
Yeah.
That's where you want to go. They don't want you.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going next?
Mm-hmm.
What's next? And that's where it's just like criminal.
It feels that, and that's why I saw some again. I'm going off what I've gathered from reading what people are reacting on online, and it's not that, wow, if you had waited to trade De'Aaron Fox, this is the package you would have gotten back.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what it is. It's just that you give yourself so many more avenues.
Yep.
And the Desmond Bane trade just highlights that. Because, man, if this is what Desmond Bane goes for, like you just said, if this is what Desmond Bane goes for, you as the Sacramento Kings can go, all right, well, hey, that guy's never been an all-star. That guy scored more than 20 points a game twice in his career. Here's De'Aaron Fox, who doesn't have a history of back injuries, who's going to give you 24 plus a night on a consistent basis.
Who's playing through a completely messed up pinky finger.
Mm-hmm. You would have a leg to stand on where you could go, okay, cool, we're going to play off of that deal. And you eliminated that opportunity for yourself. So that's where the De'Aaron Fox angle of this comes in for me. Less about, oh, wow, you could have gotten all this, because I don't know that you could have. But you certainly weren't going to at the trade deadline. And maybe you open that door to getting the number 14 pick. Or maybe not Stephon Castle, but maybe one of your younger players. Maybe you're getting Devin Vassell back. And I don't know, man. I don't know that it's ever going to make sense to me.
It's not. And the other thing is, let's be honest. They knew that Scott Perry was going to be in the mix for this job. First of all, Scott Perry was unemployed as far as NBA head front office jobs at the time. They knew that Scott Perry was likely going to be the guy that they brought in because we started hearing Scott Perry's name long ago. You knew that Doug Christie is probably going to be your head coach. First of all, Doug Christie and De'Aaron Fox had a very good relationship. They do. Like this, again, go back to the 2017 NBA draft. De'Aaron was Doug's guy. He had talked to Vlade multiple times that he watched Kentucky play and fell in love with De'Aaron Fox, and that's the guy that they should draft to number 5. That was Doug's guy, right? Also, who was running the Kings in 2017 when they went through that draft? Sure, Vlade was there, but Scott Perry was the one helping the draft process. Scott Perry is who helped draft De'Aaron Fox. Like, if you're going to bring in the guy who drafted Fox, like, why would you just not wait and let that guy make the decision, or heaven forbid, have a heart-to-heart with De'Aaron Fox and Scott Perry and Doug Christie in the same room,
and Rich Paul,
and see if you can work it out, and Rich Paul, and see if you can work the thing out. Like, there were so many different avenues, and that's what's frustrating. And like, we're rehashing this again, but the Desmond Bane thing, just like it, like, keys it off, because like, what were you doing?
Yeah.
So
it just makes an already rough trade look even worse in the light.
Well, and it's going to keep getting.
Yeah.
It's going to keep looking that way.
Yeah, man.